Okay, so I have a question a day memory journal, and I need to catch up on some days. I've been going through the year pretty well, answering all the pages, but in June I decided that I would start recording podcast episodes of me answering them, but I need to catch up for that. So I decided to put them all in one video. So going all the way back to the beginning of June, it asks questions. So June 1st says, what was the last concert you attended? And this year I put the Michael Jackson movie because I don't really go to concerts or watch in-person music. Like, I guess at my school I like to watch like live bands, but like concert bands. Like I used to play the flute, but I haven't gone to any in-person ones. And then June 2nd, the best date you've been on so far this year? Probably it was a friend date with my friend Hannah, and we went out and got ramen and watched Backrooms, the movie, because we both are like really interested in the Backrooms and have a lot in common. And it was just a great day, like good food, good movie, good company. And then June 3rd, favorite person to confide in. Ooh, I wrote my journal. That's funny. I feel like to confide in, or my therapist. I don't know. I guess what is there to confide? Because I feel like I can write anything in my journal, but there's no person I can tell everything to, except my therapist, where there's confidentiality. And then June 4th, biggest fashion mistake you made recently. I put wearing my new guard swimsuit without trying it on first. It was so tight, it was hard to move until it got wet. Yeah, I guess it was a good thing that we got new swimsuits like at the beginning of the season, but the sizing was off with these. Like it was so tight, and I got the same size. Like I don't know. June 5th. I don't know. This is an odd one. It's like a prompt where you finish the sentence. It feels good when, and I just skipped this. It feels good when. I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is when I eat. So I guess I'll write that. It feels good when I eat. I guess the basic, like, Neanderthal thoughts. Or what is it? The basic hierarchy of needs. Like, my mind just goes eat. Okay, June 6th. Do you think everything happens for a reason? Yes. I believe everything will work out in the end, and if it's not working out, it's not the end. Or the original quote goes, everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, then it's not the end. I do think that there is like a greater purpose, a greater being. I believe in God, I believe in karma, I believe source. Like, I believe there's something that's pulling the strings, and there's some kind of story happening, but I think there is a reason. And even just like if we're talking earthly stuff, like there's always a reason for everything. Like somebody's always pulling the strings. So yes. I believe. Okay, and then June 7th. What was the last rumor spread about you? And I wrote, I got a text message at work from a random number asking to link up, and I was really confused because it's a random number, and then like I said this out loud in the guard room, and then other people interpret it as like link meaning sneaky link, and then there was that rumor. but I don't know. It was just a wrong number, and I guess somebody wanted to meet up. I that's not where my mind went. June 8th. Who was your last argument or fight with, and was it? Who was your last argument or fight with, and was it stupid? I don't know. Probably. I feel like I don't really. I try to avoid arguments and fights. Like, I'm not super confrontational, but maybe like I don't know. I don't want to lady. I don't know, cause I just wrote, nah, I don't do fights. So maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't try not to do fights or arguments. Okay, June 9th. My dream vacation looks like, and I just wrote Japan. I really want to visit Japan and experience Japanese culture. I guess ever since I got into anime, we have Nezuko from Demon Slayer, and she's also on my laptop, along with Minecraft, and period poverty, and a love sticker. So yeah, I love Demon Slayer. I've been recently watching Naruto. I also watch content creators who live in Japan or who did especially during COVID, were streaming in Japan. I don't know. I really love I really love the culture, and it seems like such a big shift from here in America that I think it would be really refreshing to go there. June 10th. How do you feel about meeting people online? I just wrote because I guess I've joined discords at my school for different clubs and then met those people online, but met them later at school, but met them online first. But I don't know, I tried online dating, but I never met anybody. I never got to the date part. Okay, June 11th. What the weirdest thing to happen to me lately was, this one was work related, so I don't know if I want to put that out there. But I don't know, what was something weird that happened to me? That's not what I wrote down. I don't know. I'll have to keep thinking on that, because I feel like weird things happen. I don't know, had a weird dream, but nothing's jumping out at me right now. Okay, June 12th. What do you like to do alone? I wrote journal, research, and reading, and I think those are still very true. I love to journal. I like doing research on my computer, just any topic that interests me, doing a deep dive into it. And then reading. I love books, and I think I'm at I don't know. I think I'm at 15 books for the year. I guess I read 3 books in June, but now it's July. What day is it? July 18th, and I still haven't finished a book. I guess I checked out library books, and so I have 3 books. I'm using them to prop up my phone right now that I'm recording on. I got The Universe Has Your Back, How to Make Friends it's You Will Find Your People. Oh my gosh. You Will Find Your People, and Gallery. Okay. Back to... Okay. Oh yeah. June 13th. What do you fantasize about? And I wrote finding my people, because I do think that right now I'm really I feel like I don't have my people, or haven't found my people yet, who like really get me, and I don't know, just like my people. Like with a lot of people, it always feels like kind of out of place. But I say that I feel like I have met a few people that have been like my people, and 3 of them really recently. One of them just this Tuesday, and today is Saturday. So I feel like I met a really aligned person, and they literally said to me that we need to be friends, and it was great hanging out with them, and they were really energizing. And yeah, I think I am finding my people. I think like I've been really focusing on finding myself, and that like what is it, like whatever you put out you attract. So I think I'm attracting back what I'm putting out and getting people who are more aligned with me. And then June 14th, the most interesting fact you heard recently. I wrote, half of NASCAR fans are female, and NASCAR originates in the South/Bible Belt from bootlegging, aka outrunning the police, and that there's a college in NC just for NASCAR mechanics. Because I don't know, I was looking on Audible for like a book to spend my tokens on, because I really want to cancel my audiobooks or my Audible subscription, because I just use libraries instead, and there's not many like Audible exclusives that I want. But I don't like how when you cancel you lose all your credits, and so I feel like I have 3 credits for 3 books that I can like check out before I undo, what is it, unsubscribe. And so I guess I'll pick 3 Audible originals and cancel. But the book was like I don't know, it's a book about this woman who was getting interested in NASCAR. It was Magnolias and Sweet Tea, I think was the name of the book. And yeah, that put me down a rabbit hole of like researching NASCAR and researching like racing in general. And I don't know, I think I'd be really interested in like being a person in the pit, and at like the pit stops where they like change their wheels really fast. Like I went on a rabbit hole about how pit stops can be so fast, and also about the different colleges, how you can get a degree in NASCAR mechanics. Because right now I'm doing automotive mechanic, but I'd like to go into elevator mechanics. That's something I've learned recently in June. So June 15th, what's the latest thing you've learned about yourself? I put, I'm a capable mechanic and can lift and torque Jeep tires. Yeah, so that was a big day at my internship. I guess I feel like this internship has really made me feel more capable, and like because I've been able to do jobs independently and not doing them as group work as a class like before. And so now I feel confident in like doing jobs by myself. And I also, I guess, tested my strength because we were working on a really big Jeep with really big tires, and I was taught how to lift them properly without like straining my back, where you roll, like you roll a tire onto your like thighs, like you squat down, you line the tire up with your thighs and like pull it up, and then you put it on. And so it takes a lot of strength. June 16th, I can't imagine my life without, and I wrote, my family, because I think I have a really good family and a really big family, like extended, and they're a really core part of my life, and I love my family, and yeah, I don't know what my life would be without them. So June 17th, who would you take with you on a cruise around the world? And I put myself. Like I said, I don't know if there's anybody. I feel like doing solo travel is I think it'd be better if I'm going all the way around the world, because I get to do what I want to do and not have to compromise with anybody or like care for anybody else. I'd just be focused more on like the experience and exploring. So yeah, I want to get into solo travel, but I don't know. Maybe I will find a person who is a good travel buddy for the whole world. Because I think I have people who I would like do travels like road trips and stuff. But if we're like going to different countries, I feel like that's a whole different level. So June 18th, I'm lost when, and I lose sight of God. Because I do feel like whenever I'm engaged in my church and reading my Bible and praying regularly, that's when I feel like most connected and I feel like my mind's clear, versus when I break those habits, then I feel like I start to get like, I don't know, just negative thoughts, anxious thoughts, and it's just like unaligned. I guess I feel lost. Like I start thinking negative things and forget all the great things. Like you forget your gratitude. And so I guess I always have to realign and refine God. And then June 19th, what makes you feel sad? I put hateful people. Yes. I feel like there's nothing sadder than people who are mean for no reason. And it really sucks that there are people out there who have so much hate. And I don't know. It makes me sad. Okay, June 20th. Describe your last awkward moment. ah. Okay. This is still, once again, this is something that happened at the internship, and so I don't know if I want to say it online. So, I got it June 20th. I was my last awkward moment recently. I feel like I've really, like, embraced the awkward / cringe. Like, I keep saying to be cringe is to be free, because I guess I feel like I stopped cringing at myself. Like, I feel like cringe used to be a big thing, but it was more so like, it almost became like a bullying thing, or where you like get secondhand cringe for other people. But it's almost like a fear of judgment or fear of like being perceived. And so if you just let that go, then you can do cringe things and not cringe. And just to be cringe is to be free. And if you're worried about being cringe, then you're limiting yourself. So June 21st, I know it's going to be a good day when I said I take my morning meds on time, because right now I'm taking medication for ADHD, depression, anxiety, and allergies. And so if I don't take those, it's not a good day. June 22nd, who do you want to be trapped on a deserted island with? I put Lisa Little from the Send Help movie, because that movie was really good, and Lisa Little was like a real survivor. So, I don't know, I recommend the movie. It's like a psychological thriller. Okay, June 23rd. What's your favorite trend lately? And I put authentically being yourself. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's like my algorithm that's just giving me stuff like that, but I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff about authenticity and like romanticizing your own life and like just being you, like individuality, and like bringing whimsy back, or going back to like your childhood interests, stuff like that, like people finding themselves. Oof. June 24th. Who was the last person you hurt? I don't know. I wrote my sister, and I think it's probably when I took her laptop charger. Or I didn't even take it. I used it. I left it plugged in and used it. June 25th. Live in the moment or plan ahead. I wrote live in the moment and go with the flow. Because I feel like it's good to plan ahead and like get prepared. But at the same time, when you're in the moment, it's not life or death to stick to the plan. Like, you just gotta go with the flow. Like, go with the flow of traffic. Like, if you plan something and then things go another way, that's perfectly fine. Even though it's sometimes hard to, like, I don't know. I feel like the harder you plan, the harder it is to go with the flow. Because, like, you really want to stick to your plan. And it makes, if something happens, like, it can make you really upset. So that's why I say live in the moment, not necessarily, like, I feel like planning ahead can cause pain. So, June 26th, what is something you would never compromise on? I don't know. I put maybe my health. I feel like one of my most important values is health, because I remember hearing this quote, like, a sick person has one wish, and, like, you know what that wish is. Like, anytime you're sick, all you want to be is healthy. And so health is really important for longevity, and I want to live a long life. I want to be active into my old age. Like, I want to be independent. I want to be capable. And so I need to take care of my health. I need to get my sleep. I need to get my nutrients. And I need to be in a safe, like, environment. And yeah, I'm working on my health. I really, like, have been going in, like, I got serious about brushing my teeth twice a day, especially before getting my wisdom teeth out. I had to. And then June 27th, what is a deal breaker in a relationship for you? I didn't write anything. I didn't even write the year. Like, in this book, it gives you spots to write the year. So I'm starting at 2026. But I think I started this in October. So let me double check. Nope. Oh. Guess not. I randomly have stuff filled out in August. Yeah, so I did, like, the first few weeks of August, and that's the only things from 2025. A deal breaker in a relationship. I don't know. I feel like not being able to, like, change, like, if somebody's really stagnant, or, like, yeah, it doesn't go with change. Like, I made my podcast Alexa Always, where the only constant is change. Like, I can't be with someone who wants to hold me back or want me to stay the same. So I'll put that, someone who wants me to stay the same. And then June 28th. Do you judge people based off first impression? I put somewhat, because I think I'm pretty good at, like, once I get to know them, like, wiping away the first impression if it was, like, a negative one. And so I give people a chance. But at the same time, sometimes, like, if it is, like, a get to know you, like, I feel like first impressions a lot of times just seeing people or, like, being in the same environment. But if it's a first impression where you're, like, interacting with them directly, I feel like that's different. So, June 29th, your favorite TV show you've recently discovered. And I put Naruto and Steven Universe. I'm so glad I discovered those. I love them to death. I want to do like art of them. Like, I just finished the Naruto on Netflix, or at least made it to season 7, and then found out that the whole season 8 and 9 are just filler. So, I like I now I started watching Naruto Shippuden, and I'm glad I didn't like watch all those episodes of filler, because this is like, it's really time consuming to binge a show, and Naruto is 11 days long if you're watching everything. And I can't remember when I started Naruto. I think it's been like 2 weeks, or well, obviously it was in, I don't know when I wrote this, because was it June 29th? I don't know. I think it was definitely like before June. I didn't know about Naruto or hadn't started watching. It was only when like YouTube recommended, and I was on like a movie binge, and on like YouTube movies, and then got recommended that the Naruto series was on YouTube, and then I went to Netflix because I wanted to watch it dubbed. June 30th, who is your favorite social media personality or influencer? And I put Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know, she really inspires me, but it's not like I keep up with her much. Like, I don't use Instagram, but I used to like just use Instagram to check up on Megan, or like watch her interviews or her music videos. I like how she is like, I like how she does her like workout videos on Instagram, especially where she like shows her workout and her captioning it, and it's really entertaining, and it also inspires me to work out and be a hottie, like she says. And that's June. So that was June Get to Know Me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. And yeah, you just watched the Alexa Always show by Alexa Always, where the only constant is change.